Spring is finally starting to show up here in the DC area, and the real estate market is already moving fast. We'll break down what's happening right now in our specific DC metro real estate market, how it compares to the national headlines, and what it means if you're thinking about buying or selling this year. And stay until the end for details about our upcoming client events.
Let's start with the good news. In general, mortgage rates are currently at their lowest levels they've been in roughly 3.5 years. However, we have seen some bumpy roads here with the war, so we're going to keep an eye on that. In general, it's bringing buyers back to the market though. Mortgage rates are one of the biggest factors shaping the housing market, and predictions are that they will stay right around 6% for the rest of the year, which is actually where we want them to be for long-term stability of the housing market.
Let's talk about inventory. Over the past decade, the DC market has consistently had fewer homes available than we need to meet demand. Last year, we started to see inventory tick up a bit, which was a great sign, but we still need more options. So far this year, we're slightly ahead of where we were last year, but inventory is still relatively low. As we move into the spring months, we expect to see more homes come online, which will give buyers more options, but expect that market for single-family homes and townhouses to remain competitive.
Despite headwinds like higher mortgage rates over the last couple of years, DOGE cuts, and a government shutdown, home prices in the DC metro area have remained remarkably resilient. And that's largely because demand here is supported by stable employment in government, consulting, and defense, which tends to make the DC housing market less volatile than many other cities. DC remains a great place to own real estate.
One trend that we're watching closely is new listings. Spring is typically when more homeowners decide to sell, and nationally, we're already seeing inventory gradually recover compared to the past few years. However, DC remains low. You will hear national headlines about rising inventory and falling prices, but it isn't happening in the DC area like other cities.
One of the best ways to measure the strength of the market is months of supply. Historically, 3 to 4 months of inventory is considered balanced. Below that, it's a seller's market and prices rise. The DC area has been well below 3 months for years, which explains why homes still see strong demand when they hit the market. The last 2 listings we put on the market had over 7 offers and escalated for well above the asking price.
Days on market is another indicator of demand. Homes are taking a little longer to sell than during the peak frenzy of 21 and 22, but historically speaking, everything except condos is seeing solid demand when priced well and marketed properly.
This chart shows how competitive the market really is. During the pandemic, many homes were selling significantly above asking price. While things have normalized a bit, well-positioned homes are still often receiving strong offers. Given what we are seeing, we expect that the average sales price for single-family homes will be above the asking price this spring.
One interesting national trend you might hear about is a rise in contract cancellations. Nationally, nearly 14% of homes that went under contract in January were canceled, the highest January rate since 2017. But that is not the story in the DC area, where inventory is remaining tight. As other cities that boomed during COVID are seeing a population decrease as people are called back to work in person, many of those workers are coming back to DC.
So what does this all mean for you? Well, if you're a buyer, more inventory coming this spring means more opportunities, but the best homes are still moving quickly. Given the demand, we don't expect prices to be going down, so you have to be well prepared and ready to be aggressive. And I know many people have wanted over the past few years to make a move. They regret not pulling the trigger, hoping that the market was going to correct, but I don't see prices going down, and interest rates are about where we want them. So I would encourage anyone looking to buy to look for a property they know they can be in for around 7 to 10 years and be aggressive to lock it in. If you're a seller, the market still favors you, unless you're in the condo market. Position yourself to get maximum value, and if you need to buy something else after you sell, give us a call to discuss that strategy because it can be tricky. Now, in a market that's constantly shifting, the biggest advantage you can have is working with experienced realtors who are watching these trends every single day and looking out for your best interests, and that's what we want to do for you.
If you're a Pierson team client, we wanted to remind you about our upcoming March Madness and Movie Night event. You should have received an invitation, but if you didn't see it, check your junk folder or reach out to us and we'll make sure you get all the details. We can't wait to see everyone there. We'll also be hosting my favorite person's, besides my wife, Mr. Tim Pierson's birthday happy hour at the Perch in Tyson's Corner in May, so be on the lookout for that invite as well. Have a great month.